Hi, I'm Brent Stafford. Welcome to RegWatch by RegulatorWatch.com, the only platform dedicated to watching the watchers. Quebec giveaway. That's what some say happened to the life insurance agents training program in Canada. For years, the AMF, Quebec's insurance regulator, refused to join a national licensing program. But in 2012, that all changed. CISRO, the national umbrella organization for provincial insurance regulators, in a joint effort driven in large part by FISCO, the Financial Services Commission of Ontario, dropped a bombshell on stakeholders, announcing they had cut a backroom deal with Quebec to harmonize the insurance training program under a single provider, the AMF, creating a monopoly and wiping out the private sector market. That market supplied the textbooks and teaching materials used to train the 10,000 new students who seek to become life insurance agents each year. Stakeholders say the announcement came without warning or meaningful consultation. Joining us today is Sam Albanese, the Insurance Industry Director for the Centre for Financial Services at Seneca College in Toronto. Sam, welcome. You're one of the most respected professionals in the insurance education business. Tell us about this bombshell meeting at FISCO. Did you know what was going to happen?
Not at all, not at all. In fact, we were all somewhat shell-shocked because the meeting was supposed to last about 2 hours. It barely lasted an hour because what we were told very, very clearly is we've already made the decision and this is what we will do. And are there any questions? Well, none of us hardly any questions because we were so shell-shocked, we didn't know what to ask.
At the meeting, Sam, stakeholders were told a deal had been cut with the AMF to join a harmonized insurance licensing program, but that meant big changes to the training market. Tell us about that.
You got to understand that at this point, there were roughly, I think, about 12 of us. And so you had various different versions of the material to train the life insurance agents to get their license. So there were a number of different sort of versions of this because that's the way we were told about 12 to 15 years ago. We were said, here's the material, develop your own, essentially. And so we did. We went ahead, and many of us spent an enormous amount of money developing the material and everything. And then all of a sudden, here we are roughly 3 years ago, like I said, being told you can now throw that out the window, basically, because we are now going to come out with a brand new material, and it's going to be one book.
And they didn't give you a choice?
Yeah, no choice at all, no. The book that we've been using, basically, it's old. And we need to update it. Now, somewhat, we knew that we had to do some kind of an update. What we didn't realize was that there's going to be only one provider.
And as we've reported, the new exclusive national provider for training materials to CISRO is the AMF, Quebec's insurance regulator. Sam, I would imagine the existing private sector companies are going to be hit pretty hard by this.
Oh, absolutely, particularly for companies that produce the book. For example, for the book that we use is Oliver Publishing, which we find extremely, extremely good. We're very happy with it. So me, as Seneca, instead of buying a book from Oliver's now, I'm now going to have to buy it from CISRO. So from my perspective, it's not such a big deal because I was buying a book anyways from a provider. What it is a big deal is for the people, for the companies that actually produce the material that did spend, in many cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars to put all this stuff together, put the material together, publish it, and so on and so forth. And suddenly, that's gone. That line of business, that revenue stream has now been frustrated. Basically, it's over with.
How frustrating has this been for you?
Very frustrating. I always thought that we lived in a society where all stakeholders are consulted, and everybody gets an opportunity to speak and voice their opinion, and then try to come up with some kind of a solution. Not, in my mind, nobody's paying us for loss of business here. They didn't come out and buy us out and say, okay, guys, we still want you to deliver this, but we're going to buy your business out. That would be a different story. What they basically said is scrap your old book out because we're going to come up with a new one, and you're going to buy that book from us, and that's all there's to it. And so to me, the free enterprise system just essentially went out the door when that happened.
If you want to learn more about the Quebec giveaway, check out the CISRO Watch page at regulatorwatch.com. In our feature story, you'll hear from other stakeholders impacted by the new system, and you can deep dive into the Freedom of Information files we've gathered as a part of our investigation into the new harmonized training program. Well, that's it for this edition of RegWatch. Before you head off, don't forget to like us on Facebook and please follow us on Twitter. For regulatorwatch.com, I'm Brent Stafford.